Do you ever feel like life has hidden rules you can't quite see? Like the same patterns repeat over and over, no matter how much effort you put in to change them? You rise, you fall, you create, you lose. You wonder if there's something deeper behind the chaos. You're not alone, and you're not imagining it. For centuries, seekers, scientists, and mystics alike have turned to a single source, said to contain the blueprint of reality itself. A short cryptic inscription on a green stone tablet, a text so mysterious that some believe it was written by Hermes Trismegistus himself, the legendary fusion of the Egyptian god Thoth and the Greek god Hermes. That tablet is called the Emerald Tablet, and in the next few minutes, we are going to decode its verses, line by line, and see why they've been called the very heart of alchemy. More than riddles, they are a map of unity, transformation, and the secret bridge between the human and the divine. So let's begin. The Emerald Tablet is surprisingly short. Unlike the vast scrolls of other sacred texts, it reads more like a series of paradoxes carved into stone. Yet within these few lines, whole libraries of philosophy and science have been built. It begins with perhaps the most famous phrase of all, as above, so below, as within, so without. On the surface, it sounds poetic, but what does it mean? It suggests a unity between the macrocosm, the great universe of stars, galaxies, gods, and the microcosm, the human being, the mind, the soul. That what happens above reflects below, that the cosmos is mirrored within us. Think about it. Your body is made of the same stardust that forms galaxies. Your breath follows the same rhythms as tides and winds. The struggles in your mind often mirror the struggles of entire civilizations. This line alone explains why mystics believed that by mastering yourself, you could master the universe. The tablet continues. That which is below corresponds to that which is above to accomplish the miracles of the one thing. This speaks of unity, of the fundamental oneness behind all apparent differences. Science today calls it the quantum field, the unified field, the single fabric from which matter and energy emerge. Alchemists simply called it the one thing, and the miracle, transformation. Which brings us to the principle of transmutation, the heart of alchemy. Most people hear the word alchemy and think of turning lead into gold, but to the ancient masters, gold was a symbol. Lead represented the heavy base aspects of our nature: fear, ignorance, limitation. Gold symbolized enlightenment, awakening, the perfected self. The true alchemist wasn't just working with metals, they were working with the soul. The tablet tells us, separate the earth from the fire, the subtle from the gross, gently, and with great ingenuity. This is alchemical language. On one level, it refers to purifying materials, but on another level, it refers to the human being. Separate your higher self from your lower self. Distinguish your eternal essence from the distractions and illusions of the world. Do it carefully, wisely. This is delicate work. And then it continues. It rises from earth to heaven and descends again to earth and receives the power of the above and the below. This is the cycle of transmutation. The human soul rising in consciousness, connecting to the divine, then descending again, bringing light and wisdom into the material world. This is the process of transformation, the circulation of light, the dance of spirit and matter. At this point, you might notice that the tablet often speaks in paradoxes, riddles, and symbols. Why? Because it wasn't meant to be taken as a literal recipe. It was written to bypass the rational mind, to awaken a deeper recognition within the seeker. The paradox is the point. It forces you to see from multiple perspectives, to hold opposites together until they reveal a third, higher truth. And here's something interesting. Many seekers who have studied the tablet for years say that no matter how often they return to it, it reveals new meanings. It's like a code that adapts itself to the level of your awareness. You don't just read it, you grow into it. That's why some guides have been created to help decode it, step by step. One I came across recently is called the Emerald Tablet Decoded, the secret of as above, so below. It doesn't replace the original. It simply shows how to unlock the alchemical code of Hermes Trismegistus in a way you can actually apply today. If you're curious, I've left a link in the description and in the first comment. Consider it a whispered lantern in the dark. Now, let's continue. The tablet goes on. Thus you will have the glory of the whole world. All obscurity will be clear to you. This is the greatest force of all powers, because it overcomes every subtle thing and penetrates every solid thing. What does that mean? To the alchemists, this was the secret of the philosopher's stone, the idea that there is a force, a principle, that can penetrate and transform anything. Some saw it as the universal spirit, the hidden fire, the quintessence. In modern language, you could think of it as consciousness itself, the subtle force that shapes matter, thought, and reality. The tablet ends with a declaration. I have said what I wanted to say concerning the operation of the sun. Here, the sun is not just the physical star. It is the symbol of the divine light, the source of life, the spark of spirit. To understand the tablet is to understand the operation of the sun, the way spirit manifests in matter, the way light becomes form. This is why for centuries, alchemists, magicians, and philosophers kept returning to this short text. Why Newton copied it by hand. Why medieval adepts risked persecution to preserve it. They believed it held the formula for transformation, of metals, of societies, and most of all, of the self. And perhaps the greatest teaching of all is this. You don't have to choose between science and spirit, matter and mind, heaven and earth. The Emerald Tablet shows that they are reflections of one another, two sides of the same coin, the above and the below. So the next time you see a pattern in your life, ask yourself, what is it reflecting? What is the higher truth mirrored in the lower? What transformation is calling to take place within you? Because in the end, the tablet isn't just about ancient alchemy. It's about living alchemy. The way each of us can turn lead into gold, not in a furnace, but in our own hearts and minds. And that is the enduring mystery of the Emerald Tablet. Short, cryptic, timeless. A code not just to read, but to live. If this has sparked something in you, don't miss the next video, where we'll explore how seekers throughout history used the tablet to shape philosophy, science, and magic. Until then, remember, hidden knowledge only transforms when it's applied. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Occultus. This is only the beginning.